Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Tingles Bench. So, this is a kind of benchmark. I wouldn't say it's a really full rigorous numerical benchmark, but it's kind of just mainly a way to gauge how well the models feel and kind of like how creative they are, how deep they work, how good of a result they produce overall with no human input. So that's the one main thing. The prompts that I give it, or that I give the models, are very open-ended, and it's meant to kind of test how creative they are rather than how good they are at instruction following. Because we do have quite a bit of those already, but the we don't really have any kind of subjective benchmarks of stuff like front end design or creativity, stuff like that. And there was two that I did know of. The two that I do know of were Gosu Coder, which actually did have kind of this numeric benchmark and ranked it, but he has not posted in a few months and has not covered any of the latest models. So he is, I don't know where he's at, but I was using him before, but now he's kind of gone. And we also have a YouTuber called Bijan Bowen, who I've been following. And his review videos of models are pretty cool, and they are kind of this objective experience, kind of similar to what I do. But the main things that the main thing that I have with that is he doesn't have an actual benchmark where he ranks them. So it's kind of hard to see gauge what is the best model in his opinion. So my job is to kind of bridge the two. I'm not making a numerical benchmark by any means, but I am kind of doing what Bijan Bowen does, where I review the models, but at the same time, I am going to rank them. So as you can see here, we have the leaderboard, which is only Big Pickle right now, and that's because Big Pickle is the only one I've tested so far. Um, Big Pickle will most definitely not be first because, spoiler alert, it's should not be first. But regardless, if you want to suggest a model that has been tested, do it in this format. Put it as a GitHub issue. You can also put it down in the comments right now. But yeah, so let's get started. So let's first cover exactly what I'm testing. So first of all, this is shown every single appended to every single prompt, and it's basically kind of this. It doesn't really add anything specific. It's just more uh, it tells the model it's not directly limited to HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It says that it could use anything it wants. It could create its own assets. It could use any external services. It could import assets, whatever it wants. And so the reason I put this there is for some of these tasks, like for example, building these games, it could build just a very basic bare bones HTML demo, or it could also build $1 billion application theoretically that it could spend days on because it could use literally anything it wants. It could spend however much time it wants on it. Obviously, as we'll see, it does not do that. But in the future, I kind of hope to see that it will. Maybe in these uh, models a couple years from now. Regardless, let's just go over the tasks very quickly. So we have the creativity section, which is kind of very open-ended ones. And you can see the prompts, but we'll be going through them all systematically in a second. We have the front end design. So this is kind of creating websites. This is also kind of creativity, creating websites for these fictional businesses. We also have its personal website, which I kind of made open ended, so because I didn't want it to be just a strict portfolio if I didn't want to. And I also uh, just did a data visualization task. Now we have the games. These are very basic, but they're very basic prompts, but they could be for example, for Flight Simulator, theoretically it could build something like War Thunder. It's not going to, obviously, but it's just meant to test how in depth and how dedicated and creative and focused the model is, as well as the harness, of course. Um, so yeah, all of these things, theoretically, you could do this. You could build a full infrastructure. Um, Hell, it could even ask me to set up something it couldn't. but Big Pickle does not do that. Anyway, and then we have the full stack general ones. These are once again very general um, prompts. I mean, some of these, like for example, the stock simulation. This one's a bit more involved. Not really that much, but this is just something I was interested in, and I wanted to see if an LLM could build it. So let's get started anyway. So if we go over, by the way, the model we'll be testing today is Big Pickle. This is Opencode's free coding model, which not too high of expectations, but we'll see how it does. So if we let's go into our first task, which is build something that visualizes the passage of time. Now, note that originally we were going to do something like I've actually already done the task, but in future videos I may do the like kind of have it do it already, um, and then just review it after. But I may also do it like where I actually do it as we you know, kind of just as we do it. I don't really know how to explain it, but whatever. Let's just get into the first one. So, CD time. Is this not one? Oh, I went way too far. Nice. All right, let's view Big Pickles. Let's view Big Pickles open the passage of time. So, okay. Oh shit. Okay. So this is just build something that visualizes the passage of time. So here we have it. I mean, it's all right, I guess. I kind of like the sort of visualization of it, and the gradients are okay. Um, but I will say the text is a bit too big, but the overall aesthetic is decent, but it's just not very creative. Like, cool, it's a passage of time, I guess, but nothing super creative about it. So, um, yeah, I don't know. It's all right, I guess. I mean, it's functional, but like by no means is this what I would call creative. So, yeah, nothing else much to say here. So, anyway, let us go on to the next one, which is make a small tool I'd actually want to use. Now, this one is great. So, if I remember correctly, let me just go to it. Which would be that. If I remember correctly, if I go to sessions, okay, that's so weird. Because I definitely fucking did it. Maybe it just won't save it, I guess. But basically, from what I remember, what it built was it built like I don't remember what it was. It was like a fuzzy something or other. Like a fuzzy picker where it'd be like um shit. I don't remember exactly, but I know it called it pick and it was a CLI and it just did not work. But let me just see if I can do it right now. If we go to history and then so we have all this random stuff. So this is all of our history. And if we pipe that into this tool created called pick, yeah, so blank screen obviously, but wait, if you scroll up, you can like see it. It's not very it's somehow done it on the other like commands. It does not work basically. But if I like so basically it's supposed to be like, oh, you can pick which one it is. But if you go to the next one, it puts you all the way back down. But oh no, we do have it now. Now if we want to go to CD time, okay, we can finally go. But every time we try and like go, it'll take us all the way down to the bottom. We have to scroll back up, and like the actual like selection list is fucking terrible. So yeah, yeah, this is absolutely atrocious. No one is going to use this. It's also just not creative. Like I forgot what it is like actually called, but it's a like fuzzy picker CLI tool or something. But like this shit already exists. Okay, there's absolutely no reason anyone would use this. So yeah, there's this shit sucks to be honest. Anyway, we go now to the next task, which is make something beautiful with math. So let's see what the big pickle created for that one. Go here. CD. What was it? If I remember correctly, what did it make? Okay, it did just make a single HTML file. All right. So if we open, I think it was a Lorenz attractor. Now I don't know a ton about this, like the actual math involved behind it, but I believe it's like a 3D graph that, given certain parameters of, it's like alpha, beta, gamma, or something. I don't really remember. It'll display something cool and magical. So let's see what it made. And okay, we're already fucking stupid because it just okay. It's not. Oh my god, it just sucks. As you can see, it's just not. It's rendered on the bottom right of the screen, so that's not very helpful. Um, this rendered on my monitor actually better. I'm not exactly sure why it's fucking retarded now, but I guess I can't really expect anything of Big Pickle. Um, so yeah, you can't really see it, but if you were to open it on a bigger screen, I think it would be good. But I mean, like, it's just a fucking 3D graph that it made, like, fucking fairy dust magical lines on. It's not anything special. So yeah, it's all right, I guess. But I don't know, nothing that I would consider to be very good. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. Surprise me. Probably the most open-ended task in all of Tingles Bench right now. So this is literally just surprise me. That's the only prompt. And obviously you can use any languages, frameworks, whatever. But let's see what it did for this one. Do not remember what it did. Uh, visuals.py. Okay. Oh, I do remember this one. It kind of fucked it up. Yeah. Oh, if I do this. Okay, so it goes through visuals. So it's got the fire. Okay, that's sick. It's got mosaic, I think. Oh, plasma. It's got particles. This is not bad. It's like ONSI art, and then it's got the 3D torus, and it's a single fucking ad. So the first three actually did work, but the like donut it tried to make, the 3D ASCII donut, did not work at all. I would not expect it from Big Pickle. Now it says Q to quit. Q does not fucking work, as you can see. I'm typing Q right now. Does absolutely nothing. Um, so, oh wait, oh no, it doesn't work. So you do have to do Control C. But yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, that wasn't bad. It did fuck up the last one. Um, but it's all right. It's not too bad. So now moving on to the front end websites. If we do this, let's see. Create a website for a fictional small business. Oh yeah. So here's where the not very professionalism comes into play of the Tingles Bench. So if we go to the website and then Big Pickles. So the problem is that I gave it the prompt create a website for a fictional small business of your choice, but each model within the task gets its own folder, like you can see. So it thought that Big Pickle was the name of the business, I think, for a lot of these actually. So it kind of has that bias of not really choosing. It's just choosing Big Pickle as the name. But I'm just gonna say that's the model's fault for being named Big Pickle. So yeah, that's its own fault. If it's gonna call itself that, then yeah, sure. It can get confused by it in the titles. I don't care. Anyway, um, let's look at its small business that it's created. Big Pickle. All right. Crunch worth talking about. Okay. So we have the terrible fucking SVG here. I don't know what that is supposed to be. That is the most like stupid pickle I've ever seen. Let's see our story. A tiny Detroit kitchen with a single crock and studied refusal to settle for a lifeless pickles lining grocery store shelves. Our pickles got the classic dill, the garlic herb, bread and butter. As you can see, it makes use of its emojis here, doing absolutely nothing with actually importing anything. Then we have the contact, which I'm 99% sure does not work. I don't know what fucking address it put, but I know damn well it doesn't have that email. But regardless, it's all right. It's very clearly AI generated. Um, but it could be clean if it made the Pickle SVG better. If it, I don't know, changed up these to have the actual pictures. It could be actually good. But yeah, right now it's ass, obviously, but not terrible. Not terrible at all. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next one, the fictional futuristic tech company. So, there. See what it did. It did another index.html. So, Nova Dynamics. So it's like, if I remember, this is its quantum computer company that it made, the futuristic landing page. Explore. Oh, okay. It's got animation on this one. This one looks pretty cool. It's like animations. Quantum compute. It's also got the cognitive AI. Oh, you can't forget the mesh security. The emojis make no fucking sense, but that does not matter for Nova Dynamics. It's $1 billion company. It can do what the fuck it wants. Anyway, we have the clear. Forgot what these are called, but like the stats. I'm not a web designer, but this is like some sort of element. It's clean. It's got the AI gradients on it, but it's not too bad. Built for what's next. Got the Phoenix QPU, okay, and the Atlas Reasoner, and oh, you can't forget about the Void Shield, which is a fucking circle and dots. So that's great. So yeah, I guess all of their products are just particles. Um, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking, but they are the next quantum computing company. So reach orbit, they got the contact forms. So I mean, yeah, it's honestly I kind of like some of the aspects of it, but it's still very clear. We have the AI gradients. We have a lot of this stuff that is kind of shows it's being generic. So yeah, I'm not super impressed by it, but for a free coding model, it's not bad. I mean, it's the same as what Sonnet 3 would be. So, yeah, it's not, I would not say it's bad at all for a free model. For anything else, it's fucking terrible. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is build a website that represents you. So, if we do that, I believe that was personal website. And that was in text HTML. So let's see basically its portfolio. It's just its personal site. Alrighty. Okay, this is kind of cool. It's got the like CLI, Big Pickle, and Opencode. So it did reference Opencode too. Um, Uptime always. But yeah, so I did test this out a little bit. It fucked up that, which is not very surprising. But if we just do help, it actually does work. So I mean, this is pretty cool. Um, about the AI model power in Opencode. It's got its capabilities. It's got its languages it can code in. It's got its contact, which is just linked. I checked these. These are just linked to Opencode's website and GitHub, built into your CLI. Obviously, doesn't work. Um, so let's see if we do. Who am I? You're you. I'm Big Pickle. Together we should. That's not too bad. What if we do? Let's see. If we do clear uptime. Okay, time is a flat pickle. That's cool. You know, it's better than it's better than I thought it would be. I can't lie. What if we do exit? Okay. Nice try, man. Okay. This is the most what is it? Expression I've seen out of Big Pickle so far. It's actually done something. I mean, it's still pretty fucking generic, but you can see some sort of soul in it. If you count the soul as this. So what if you do fetch? Can fetch web content for me. Okay. What if we do fetch google.com? Okay, it doesn't fucking work. So okay, so that does not work at all. What about neofetch? It's like a fucking pickle with wings. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but that's cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so it's a little very simple CLI personal website. Um, yeah, honestly, that's not bad. It's granted, it's not too bad. So especially for a free model. So let's move on to the next one, which is going to be build a dashboard for data U event. Okay. If we go to is this, yeah. So it just had a dashboard HTML. See what it got. Okay, I remember this. This is its Nexus dev. So it's got this cool little dashboard on it. This is actually not too bad of a dashboard, but it's just a breakdown. Pretty standard dashboard. Everything here, like the quote unquote demo data, does make sense for the most part. The only thing is this shit. Like, there's two lines. I don't know what the fuck that means. Is that like for week two? Wait, oh, new signups. Oh, new signups and then active. Okay, I actually didn't see that. So, I mean, it's sample data, but it's not bad at all. It's This is obviously not meant to see the actual dashboard, but for the overall front end design, it's not bad. I would say not anything to be crazy proud of, but I don't know. I like it. It's pretty simple. Simple cards, simple charts. The charts are clean. I don't know what library exactly it used for this. I would assume it didn't make this from scratch though. But yeah, I mean this is not bad at all. This is not bad at all. So now we move on to the games. So the games are always tough for the models. I know this for sure. Because I looked at Bijan Bowen's videos and these are probably the ones. I mean, he mostly does the games, but regardless, if we let's just go right into them. But yeah, Big Pickle, we'll see clearly is not the greatest in making games. Anyway, if we go to the flight simulator first, and just had this single HTML file. Uh, let's see what it made. Loading the flight simulator. Okay, it's not working. Did I do something wrong with it? What did I fuck up? If I go back to VS Code. Okay, I don't actually know. Um, I don't know what the fuck I did with the video. Or, sorry, I don't know what I did with this. Before, though, I will say, like, am I? Let me just open. Let me just look through this for a sec. I don't think I deleted any depend. I mean, it's just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But I do remember that this did work before, or loaded. I wouldn't say worked, but yeah. Huh. Did I? Okay, let me one sec. Let me just go and debug this very quickly. But I'll be back in a second. Test, 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 test. Please keep working, bro. All right, we just gotta pray it keeps working. But I think I think that what's that is good. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to it. So we actually had to start a Python server. I did not realize that. I thought it was just JavaScript. Regardless, actually might be. I don't know a ton about this shit. But anyway, we start the HTTP server. So now if we do, fuck, what was it? It's 127.0.0.1 is 8,000. Yeah, there we go. Here's a flight simulator. Alrighty, so this is Big Pickle Flight Simulator. It's let's see, we pull it. Oh, okay, we're flying. Okay, see, we're flying sideways now somehow. So yeah, this is not. It's a non-functional flight simulator. It actually did load though. But holy shit, like this shit is genuinely terrible. Um, like it could did us do for HTML. Sure, it's hard, but like you don't have to do it in HTML, bro. You can do it whatever the fuck you want. But you chose HTML anyway. Yeah, we're I don't know what we're doing. The wings are just fucking blocks. Like the only thing that is good is like the starting animation where it like goes in. I do like that. Um, but you can see like if I try and pull, I don't know, like it kind of works sometimes, but it's just like it's kind of unintuitive. I would think to bank left, you would go left or you would press A, but it instead goes right when I press A. It also just like flips around for no reason. But yeah, no, needless to say, it's fucking airplane is dog shit. But you know, it did its best. It did its best. I wasn't really expecting anything of it, but somehow the racing game, which I thought would be easier for it, was not. Let's go to that. If we do here, uh, here. So this is a single HTML file. Did not do a separate it out. So this is Circuit Racer. So yeah, this shit is ass. What do you know? The car is fucking invisible. There's also apparently other racers, but you can't see them on the screen either. And like overall, this is just like an unfinished product. I don't know what it is. The fucking road lines are shit. These barriers are weird as hell. The car obviously is just isn't doesn't track with us. Your environment is uninspiring. The actual racing mechanics are meh. Um, but yeah, I mean overall, like the other thing of these benchmarks is that uh, we're trying to is trying to one shot it basically. Like I shouldn't need to have my input into it for it to like say something. It could debug it itself, but Big Pickle's not going to do that. Why would it? So yeah, regardless, the racing game is fucking terrible, which I expected. But at least those games I could like semi play. We're in for a great time for this one. I believe it's shooter games. This is it could build a first person shooter or a third person shooter game. Now, I would love it if one of these days the model would actually build it in like Unity or Unreal Engine. That would be amazing. I don't think they ever will, but you know, I hope one day that they do. I really do. I truly do. But for now, That's not happening. Regardless, let us go into what is it? Shooter game, Big Pickle. And what did it do? It did single index.html file. And we have FPS Arena. Oh, wow, this looks so cool. Let's play it. Oh, it's got the sound effects. Oh, we have to shoot. And, oh, the second we do, the entire game fucking freezes. But no, the pause screen still works, everything. Nope, can't do shit. The second I press shoot, it doesn't, it just freezes. And nothing works. But I can reload and shit. That's fine. But everything else just doesn't work. It's just frozen. So, this shit's ass. Bye bye. I'm not even gonna go through that anymore because it's fucking terrible. But now if we do the MMORPG, this one was actually not too bad. If we go to what is it? CD, I believe it's just MMORPG. Yep, CD Big Pickle. So yeah, this one did have a decent bit. Fuck, but what was it? Ooh, how did we set this up? Let's see if I can like go in and see if it saved any sessions. No, it did not. Why would it? Oh my God. Opencode, bro. Where's my fucking sessions? Alright. Anyway. Let's see. If we go into it. Let me just give a second how to run it. I'm pretty sure it's a no command, but I just need to confirm it. 1 second. Alright, so it was what I thought. It was just npm start. Alright. Let us continue. So look at that. We have our little MMORPG. So this shit is I already tested it, but basically it's like you kill the monsters. So let's go over. Let's press R. Oh yay, we killed it. Yay, I'm so happy. But yeah, needless to say, this shit is very, very basic. You also can't hold it. Like you can't hold the arrow keys. So you have to like tap, tap, tap to move around, which is very fucking annoying. But the multiplayer thing does actually work. If I go, let's look at that adventure. The other adventure is on. Now this is just local host. It's not very complicated to do locally, but it is still technically working. If we say hi, you can see on the other screen it does say hi, and you can see the other person as well. So it's very, very, very basic, but there's no level system, no anything basically, but it does technically work. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, but there's nothing much else to cover about that. It is functional. It's the best quote unquote game functionally I've seen so far. But now if we do, now we're on to the competitive multiplayer game with a ranking system. So the MMORPG and the multiplayer game, the ranked multiplayer game are probably the hardest ones because they're multiplayer. But they do work. If I remember correctly, oh, what is it? Here, oh, no, I went too far. We do, where are we? We're supposed to go to multiplayer game. CD, the pickle, the biggest pickle. So I believe we shoot NPMs. Oh, yeah, wait, right? There we go. All right. So if we look up here, we have type arena. So it's just a typing battle. I've seen these kind of online too, but it does work. Enter the arena. So, okay, so it doesn't exactly have the duplicates, but it does actually work, the matchmaking system. So if we go to this and then do Tingles 2, so find match, it doesn't really say it, but no, it does kind of. It doesn't say who reversing, and there also doesn't count down from 3. It's just 3 and then go. But this does work, but this doesn't really work. Oh no, it does work. Yeah, it does. The word Sharuna I think does work. And yay, we win. So it's just whoever can do it faster. Um, and then defeated. No. All right. But the elo system does work. You have the leaderboard. I mean, everything does in fact work. It's a very type arena. I do like that it actually had the keyboard. I don't know where it got that from, but it's not just a generic emoji. But this one obviously is. But yay. Type Arena does work. This is a functional multiplayer game. But it does seem like it can't really make 3D games very well, which I guess could make sense. But anyway, let us move on to the next one, which is the full stack. So, um, this one was build a SaaS. So if we do this one, so this one was very disappointing. If I remember correctly, it told me to do npm start. And what the hell? It wasn't working before. Wait. No, it wasn't that. It was not that. It did not tell me to do that. I'm sorry. It told me to do npm run dev. And it so concurrently was not in the package.json. It wasn't installed as a dependency, so you couldn't run it. Now, npm start does work, but I flat out am just gonna refuse it because in like the how to run it instructions it gave me, it said npm run dev, not npm start. And npm run dev does not work. It did not even try and test it. So I'm already just pissed off at that. It didn't even fucking test its own SaaS or its own app. I forgot what it was. It was some like very generic URL shortener. It wasn't anything like good. So I don't even care. Um, but yeah, no, I'm not even gonna give it a chance. It needs to have it like actually functional. I don't care if npm start works. It gave me npm run dev. It didn't work. It didn't even bother to test it. So I'm not gonna deal with that. SaaS it auto fails. Anyway, moving on to the next one, which is the stock market simulation. This one I was actually impressed with. I think it did use some external libraries. Um, God, how do I run this again? I believe we do. Um, let's try it. No, it doesn't. Okay. One sec. I need to figure out how to run this again. Forgot. I believe it's with Streamlit or UV Corn. I need to just. Alright. Now going into stock market simulation. Just make sure, yep, mic's working. Okay, great. Alright, so yeah, it was just a virtual environment. We were using the base Python. Doesn't matter. So now we have stock market simulation. Let's see. Big Pickle's attempt at this. Yes, open it. So, let's see. Is this gonna? I mean, okay. So I looked at this before. It actually. So I do like this, like the actual terminal. Now, or the actual graph chart, whatever you want to call it. This I do actually like. Um, this isn't Big Pickle. This is Trading Views, I guess, component. But I do like that it did use it at least. Now, what I don't like is the fact that like, how is it closed? It's fucking 1 p.m. Is it? No, it's fucking Wednesday. Am I? Maybe it's using East Coast time. Regardless, I looked at this before. The stocks weren't doing anything. I guess that's all right if it really is closed. But I mean, the actual company names are not very inspiring or cool fictional ones. The crypto is like the thing that's actually doing it. It's not bad. It like like goes up and down, whatever, up, whatever. Oh, it's going up now, guys. Oh my god. So the actual price change, like it actually does work. It only updates every second, which I don't like, and the order books are just stale. So the actual trades I looked, they don't really update either. And then the actual coins are like Bitcoin synthetic, Ethereum synthetic, or you couldn't have tried to make a different coin name. You had to make just the coin name and then synthetic. But regardless, the actual prices do technically. Okay, we're at 190. Okay, we're almost 200,000. Wow. But it somehow doubled in like 2 seconds. I don't know what type of liquidity is causing it to go up $100,000 in 2 seconds. Either way, it's this is definitely not. Oh yeah, wait, am I? Wait, what? Tech? Like it doesn't update the ticker. I don't love that. The news. I do remember this. I don't think this really does shit, but it's I don't know. It's cool, I guess, but this is by no means an actual realistic stock simulation. But I did like the use trading views component, and it does kind of change the prices in crypto at least. So it did pick the simplest one with equities and crypto, but you know what? I expected way worse from it. So I'm glad it did all right. All right. So it also made an API. I don't know how I didn't really test that at all a whole lot, but it not bad at all. I expected a lot. Well, I expected it to not be functional, knowing Big Pickle. Now we are going into the final one, which is build a full stack app that is auth database and a backend. So let's do that. God, what was it? I believe it was just full stack. Yeah. I really have to do this as I go because that way I can actually get its install instructions. But from what I remember, it was just npm start. I believe there was like a seed script, but I already ran that. So if I do this, yeah, it does work. So this is a SAT, and it's not even a SaaS. I just had to do a full stack app. Remember, we're testing on its creativity, and it gives us a fucking task manager. Like, here's my task. We're doing that. It's completed now. Um, but like the auth actually does work. If I remember what it was, um, believe this was the email I gave it, and the password. Like, it actually does work, and you can log in and shit. But like, it's literally the most basic task manager ever. Like, it does have auth, it does have DB, and it does have a backend. I think I didn't really check, but it's a functional app. But holy shit, it couldn't have like it couldn't have done anything more creative or original. It had to do a fucking task manager app. Like, what the fuck? Why are we being so stupid? Like, Pickle, why are we doing fucking nothing? Like, it's just the most minimal thing you could possibly do. So yeah. Anyway, that concludes our very analytical and numerical, absolutely objective, no bias review of Big Pickle. Um, so yeah, overall view, shit's ass. It doesn't make anything that can actually I'd actually be proud of. Its games were dog shit. Its SaaS didn't work. This one, it just stole its trade. The only good part about it stole from TradingView. This one, I hate that. It's a fucking task manager app. But yeah. Anyway, unfortunately though, as you can see, there is no other models to compete with it. So Big Pickle is in fact the number one on the leaderboards. So please, guys, give me a fucking model. Uh, Wait, did I? I think I just, whatever. Anyway, give me a model, please, to test because Big Pickle should not be number one. You can literally give me anything. Some of these, forgot what it is. So these are all the models I'm planning to test if no one gives me suggestions. But you can also like suggest one of these models because right now I'm doing it in order and I'm gonna do high through preview next. But if you want me to do like Chippity 5455, whatever, you can tell me to do that too. Just give me like the CLI, all of that stuff. Um, but yeah, drop it down in the comments. If I don't get a comment in the next 24 hours, then I will move on to High 3 Preview, which is another free model that likely will be asked. But hey, we will see, won't we? Anyway, let's What am I saying? Let's. I don't know. That concludes Big Pickle. Big Pickle was ass, but it's a free model, so you know what you get with it. It's Big Pickle. What do you think it was gonna be fucking God or some shit? I don't know. Like it's not gonna make any super cool software. Oh, and dog is barking. All right. Regardless, that concludes the video. Drop a model in the comments you want me to test. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.